Mic test. We are trying to get all of our process going. Okay. Almost there. And we're live. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. We're so happy you could be with us. And this is another round of our March Madness live sale. If you were here with us last week and you got some bags, congratulations. I hope you like all the goodies we're bringing you today. The lineup is pretty cool. We have 30 bags and we have artist collaborations. We have Goyard, we have pink Dior's, we have Sprouse, we have a lineup. So before we get into it, let me go ahead and give you the coupon code. For some of our platforms, the coupon code will be over here. And since it's our March Madness sale, it's MM2026, so MM2026, and you can apply that coupon right at checkout and you will see the new total on your cart. FYI, you can use it on multiple orders. So if you buy a bag today or you bought a bag last week, you can still use it today. Let me see. Oh, yes, we have great experience authenticators. So our process goes through several steps to make sure that the bags you are getting are 100% authentic and that you can shop with confidence. We like to give you as transparent of a process as possible. So once we get the bag, our photographers go off and like photograph every single thing they can find. If it's in excellent, perfect condition, then they just make sure to get it in good lighting. If there's any faults or defects or, lovely wear and tear, they make sure to photograph that as well so that you can know exactly the condition of the bag you're getting. If you have any doubts on any of the bags on our website, you can just contact us and we are more than happy to send you videos, have someone wear it so that you can see size references, anything that will make the experience much more comfortable for you. We're happy to help because we love matching the right bag to the right person who will appreciate it. So I gave you the coupon code, authentication. Yes, all of our payments are done through PayPal for your peace of mind. We go ahead and make sure that that is set up correctly so that you can have a tracking process every step of the way. So once you purchase it, our shipping team gets everything together so that we can ship it out as soon as possible. If you buy your bag during the live sale, our shipping team is on standby to make sure that we can get that bag out to you today. We normally try to ship as fast as possible and we ship through FedEx, which has a turnaround time generally about 2 to 5 business days from door to door. So you can get your, and we update all that tracking information across all the platforms. So our website, FedEx, etc. You will get those email notifications as well. I think that's it. Our prices today will reflect our March Madness sale. So if you see it, make sure you go on the website and find it. If you see something like you can't remember what it's called, try to figure out like the identifying feature. If it was a specific color like pink or blue, you can go on our website and search that pink. And then all of our pink bags will show up, or blue, or monogram, or Murakami. All kinds of things are searchable on our website so that you can find our full inventory. Okay, well, let's get started. Our first beauty is this gorgeous collaboration piece, and we are starting on the high end this time. So this one is set at $2,999. That's $29.99, and it is gorgeous. I'm not sure how the light is showing. Hold on. Anyway, I have two big lights on me, so I can't really see much, but let me go ahead and introduce this gorgeous bag to you. So it is a piece of fashion history. So Stefan Sprouse was a downtown New York punk art legend type deal. And then there was a collaboration that launched in 2001 with Louis Vuitton and Steven Sprouse. And the graffiti collection, which is this, right, was where the artist put graffiti on the traditional Louis Vuitton monogram bags. And it created this like you know, combination of high fashion luxury house with a street art kind of style and graffiti. So Steven Sprouse sadly did pass away in 2004, which makes that this production was a very limited quantities and limited production, so it has a high collectible value. And this gorgeous, it says it's khaki, but it kind of looks more, to me it looks more on the green khaki scale. However, it does have that dark brown monogram in the bottom. And this is a Speedy 30. So this is a Speedy 30. And this is a piece of, authenticated, documented fashion history. So if you're looking for to add to your Speedy collection, I know someone who loves Speedy and has like all the different Speedies. And to be fair, it's all in the same size. So they have the same size. They like 30. And then they have like the graffiti, the Murakami white, the Murakami black. So they just collect all the speedies, which I think is pretty cool. So if you don't have a speedy, maybe you'd like to consider this one. If you do have a speedy, then maybe you might consider starting a speedy collection. So, okay, this is a gorgeous bag for $2,999. It's the Speedy 30. Oh, let me show you the bottom as well. So, as you can see, the graffiti goes all around. All around. And hold on, this says Speedy, Louis Vuitton. So this, it's not just random graffiti. All right. Next up, we have a gorgeous, legendary bag. And I say legendary because when I first saw this bag, I was so impressed and amazed when I learned how rare it is. So this bag, I'm not holding it up so you can see it has a great structure on its own. It's known as the Louis Vuitton Triangle Softie in black monogram. So this one, it is one of our higher priced bags for the night, and we have it at $2,999. And this bag is so nice for a variety of reasons. And I think I have a comment. Let me see. Um, so Luxury Lover Blue asked, our prices in USD? Yes, all of our prices are in USD, although we do ship worldwide. So if you buy it and you're traveling Costa Rica or live in different parts of the world, we can figure out the shipping for that. And we do ship worldwide, and all of our prices are in USD. We also have dedicated broker with our shipping company so that we can get all the bags through like customs and through all the process very well. So they help us with all that paperwork that can be very confusing, just so that we can get the bag to you ASAP. Now, we do cover all of the tariffs and the taxes for our customers so that you can shop with peace of mind, so that you know that once you check out on PayPal, that is it. That's all you're paying. I know a few customers have had other shopping experiences where they suddenly get a tax bill like 2 months later and they're like, what is this? You will not get that from us. We want to make sure that you have, a smooth process and a good shopping experience. So we take care of all of that back end things. So yeah, we have dedicated people to help at every step of the process so that for you, it's easy as click, pay, go. All right, back to our beautiful softy triangle softy. Okay, so this bag is architecture, right? It is shaped as a perfect triangle, or at least that's what it's called. And this is not hard. So a lot of very structured bags are very hard to the touch. This is actually very, very soft and squishable too. So you see, it's very soft, but it holds a gorgeous, gorgeous texture. And the leather has a little bit of cushion as well. So like the logo, the Louis Vuitton symbols, right? They're actually like stitched onto the leather, which takes so much craftsmanship as well. So it is very visually striking, and it's black on black. So it is very kind of, if you know piece. It does have a shoulder strap as well as the signature handle, and the strap is removable. while the other one, you can just choose how you want to carry it. And the top, although it resembles a tote, this one does have a zipper opening. So, and the inside is actually very spacious as well. So let me go ahead and give you a look. All right, let's take a look at that bottom. And we have it for $2,999. And a lot of people say that this is one of the most visually striking pieces from Louis Vuitton, although it is black on black. So I think that's kind of impressive. All right, let's move on to our next piece. Now, while we had a quiet, understated luxury, we have a double take luxury. So this is the Louis Vuitton Supreme Camouflage Apollo backpack. And as you can see, or as you could hear, it does have, you know, Louis Vuitton hardware, the vachetta, the straps are, the actual canvas has that camouflage. And if you look very, very closely, it has like Supreme right here across the back. But it's very, very unnoticeable unless you look. It's right into the canvas, and then it also has the Louis Vuitton monogram motif. And then you have the Supreme tag here. It was a collaboration between Supreme and Louis Vuitton, and it is this one is the streetwear and luxury spaces colliding, and this is one of the results. So it's, some people say backpacks, luxury backpacks are the highest level of luxury because most people get your like little evening bags. So for you to rock a backpack, that's something special. So it does have the clamshell, I'm not sure if that's what you call it, but the zipper that goes all the way through, and then the front exterior pocket. You have your bag to make it more comfortable. The straps are also adjustable. And let's take a look at that bottom, shall we? All right. Pardon me. Something also very cool is that the sides do have D-rings in case you want to, you know, carry some charms or things like that. And you get that solid hardware in the zippers as well as the buckles. So we have this gorgeous bag for $1,849. $1,849. And I would say this bag is truly unisex because a beautiful, gorgeous lady can wear it as well as, you know, a rugged gentleman. So if you have heart to give a luxury bag to someone in your circle who may not traditionally like, you know, luxury bags, this might be a great opportunity with the collaboration of the Supreme and the Louis Vuitton collaboration for the Apollo backpack. Ooh, that's a lot of talking. I shall bring our next piece so that you can feast your eyes. Hold on, let me move this so you can feast your eyes while I get a sip of my fruity drink. Okay, so this gorgeous bag is known as the Dior Lady Dior. So it's the Lady Dior by Dior. And this is medium in the fuchsia pink in calf leather. So this is the bag line that Princess Diana made famous. And you're like, wait a second, why is it called Lady Dior? Well, fun fact. The Lady Dior was originally given to Princess Diana by the French First Lady. And Diana loved it so much that she was photographed several times wearing it everywhere. So originally it was called the chouchou bag, which meant darling in French. It was like the darling bag, the chouchou, the chouchou. But then after Princess Diana was repeatedly photographed with this bag, it got renamed in 1995 to the Lady Dior. So there's lots of special things about this bag, from the canage quilting, the diamond patterns that is very Dior. And it's one of the most intensive quilting techniques of luxury brand houses. We have this one for $1,799, $1,799, and we have the signature Dior charms, I guess you can call them. And this is just one of those bags that has a lot of history. So Princess Diana liked it, and it's called the Lady Dior. So 1799. We have another Dior, and this one is also in pink, although the pinks are slightly different. That other one was more pink purple, and this one's more hot pink style, potentially. This is the Miss Dior in medium, and it's pink lambskin and with the canage quilting. So if Lady Dior is the queen, Miss Dior is the younger, slightly more playful one. Excuse me. So fun fact, the Miss Dior is allegedly rumored to have been named after Christian Dior's sister. So when it launched, it was named after Christian Dior's very first perfume, Miss Dior, which was named after Catherine, which was Christian Dior's sister. So there's a lot of history, even in the naming of the bag. So it's kind of like a founding spirit tribute to, the luxury house. So we have this one for $12.99. That is $1,299. It does have this gorgeous chain. Let's give it a twirl, shall we? So I am not sure if the cameras are picking up how gorgeously pink this is. I am wearing fuchsia pink, so it looks a little bit more red, but this is like a great, beautiful pink as well. So if you are interested in a Dior, we have this one for $12.99. Next up, we have another beautiful collaboration. Does anybody know what this bag is? I mean, the name of the bag kind of gives it away by the design of the bag. So if you have any comments, drop them in the comment box. Okay, so we opened with Sprouse Graffiti, and now we're coming back to Sprouse, but this time is his roses. As you can see, I guess this one has a bigger rose right here. So this is the roses collection, and he created two iconic motifs for Louis Vuitton, and that was the graffiti lettering and then the rose print. So and sadly he passed away soon after, but that makes these pieces very, very collectible because Louis Vuitton will not re-release them after his death. So this is the Steven Sprouse Rose Neverfull in monogram. And we have it for $1,899. $1,899. Let's take a look at that bottom. Oh, it goes all the way to the bottom. Now the inside, it's very cute as well. Let me see if I can unclip this so that you can look. Do you see that pink on the interior? The interior lining does have this gorgeous pink all around. So it's just another little fun thing, right? You open your bag and you see a gorgeous pink interior, just enough to make you smile. So we have this for $1,899. Whee. Next up, we have the Fendi Pequeen striped jacquard hobo bag in the blue trim. So can you see this gorgeous blue trim all around? And then you have the distinctive, sometimes underappreciated pattern from Fendi. The jacquard weave makes this bag incredibly tactile, and it's very interesting up close. So these stripes have been part of the house since 1980s. And it was part of Fendi's exploration on how pattern and texture could replace like the traditional logo branding. So it was a way to make it more recognizable without relying on the Fendi logo. So the pattern does have tiny letters here that say Fendi, Fendi, Fendi. So it's not without a logo. It's just, different way of expressing it. And it does have this gorgeous, almost aqua-like blue with the blue trim. And the hobo shape does make it a lot nicer when you're carrying it. I know some people prefer it because it molds a lot better. And we have it for $4.49. Pardon me, it's $4.49. Next up, we come up with another blue. And I think I might have, oh, there we go. I'm like, did I accidentally delete my slides? That would have been really bad. So this is the Gucci Dionysus, the Gigi Supreme chain shoulder bag with the blue suede trim. So the back pocket is fully in blue suede, as well as the sides. And then it has the gorgeous Gigi coated canvas, as well as the tiger head closure. This is iconic. It's one of the most recognizable hardwares in contemporary fashion. And then I am having a moment. Pardon me. So as you can see, that gorgeous blue goes all the way in, and it has, you know, different design elements. This is a flap, and then this is a front pocket as well. So as you can see, and then the interior has this gorgeous soft suede all around. It does have a zipper middle pocket, but this is one of the most iconic hardwares known in current high fashion houses. So here you go. And as you saw earlier, I adjusted the strap because you can wear it more shoulder or, you know, smaller. You can do the whole twist and carry. So if you want more of a bracelet feel to it. So this bag we have for $949. $949. It has the iconic hardware, the silver chain. Now, I want to highlight that this does have the silver hardware. I know a lot of fashion houses, most of their hardware is gold tone. So finding something for the silver girlies out there can sometimes be a challenge because the gold bags are so pretty as well, right? But if you are specifically looking for silver hardware or silver toned hardware, this would be a good idea. Okay, so $949. Next up, we have a gorgeous, beautiful, this is the Saint Laurent Revignon suede tassel. It's the hobo bag in red. And Revigonnage, it means left bank in French. And it's one of the most culturally loaded names in fashion, allegedly, because it references like the intellectual, artistic, bohemian side of Paris. So originally, Yves Saint Laurent opened his first boutique in this location in 1966, and it was the world's first ready-to-wear store at the high fashion level. So quality clothes, accessible without like special fittings or custom orders. So this brand does have a lot of history, and we have this gorgeous hobo bag in red for $379. That is $379. It does have this fun little tassel, which if you're not a fan, I guess you could just wear it on the inside to, you know, show off this gorgeous pattern logoing in the front. So it has options. So $379. Oh, and the handle does have this whole braided motif here. So it is very, very beautiful. Next up, we have the Goyard St. Louis, and this is the GM size in the brown Goyardine. Brown Goyardine. So if you know about Goyard, not a lot of people do. So give yourself a round of applause. Okay. So why do I say not a lot of people know about Goyard? Because Goyard does not traditionally advertise. They don't have a website to sell their bags. They don't, you know, get influencers to, you know, advertise for them. They're almost very low key. They were practicing the quiet luxury thing before quiet luxury was a phrase or thing. So Goyard was founded in 1853, which is 2 years before Louis Vuitton. Now, most people are familiar with Louis Vuitton, but Goyard was actually founded first. And their Goyardine canvas with the distinctive chevron pattern that you see on here was originally was hand painted by artisans in Paris for over 150 years. So they are known to have had like super high-end clients, from royalty to Coco Chanel to the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. So this brand has been around, but it's only one of those if you know kind of brands, because it only sells through their boutiques. So if you wanted to buy a bag, you had to go physically to their boutique or buy it pre-loved like on here or secondhand. But you couldn't go to their website and buy it or put a special order like this. You physically had to go to the store. And there are fewer than 20 boutiques worldwide, approximately. So it's exclusivity, it's international, and it's one of the brands that is entrenched in fashion history for the people who know that they know. And we have it today for 1,649. That is 1,649. All right. And this is a gorgeously large tote. So it's very, very spacious as well. If you want to go and take it, grocery shopping or take it to work, it could definitely fit a laptop. Okay, so 1,649. Next up, we have a cutie. So can anyone identify any identifying features on this bag without looking at logos? So if you guessed this bamboo handle, you would be right. It is part of Gucci's bamboo collection, right? So this is the Diana, and it was reintroduced by Alexander Michael, Alexander Michael, as a tribute from Gucci's archives. It originally appeared in the 1970s, and it has been brought out again. So it is the Diana bamboo hobo bag in black. So it does have more of an open style. Hold on. Are we missing the videos? Are we having technical difficulties? No, maybe. Oopsie daisy. I think one of our platforms may have run out of battery. So we're getting that fixed. For everyone else that's here, thank you very much. But I'm not sure how that works exactly. I'm not the tech person, so I'm really happy that I could just be like, technical difficulties, and somebody will come and help, which is kind of how our website works. If you're like, I have a question, someone will jump in to make sure that we can get that answered. And if they don't know the answer, they will also look for it. So, while we're getting that fixed, does anyone have any questions or any comments, or have you purchased from us recently? We always love to hear feedback because, things are amazing. So, not fun story, but real story that I heard the team discussing. We had a client say there was a weird smell, and we're like, our bags don't have weird smells. Like, we check before we buy them. Like the buyers and the authenticators like sit there and sniff the bag. So they're like, what could have happened? What could have happened? Turned out the tape we were using to protect the outside of the box had a weird smell. It had a tape smell. And they're like, oh, it was a tape smell. So they started putting more like the plastic bag, making sure that it was fully closed and closed up so that your bag could arrive a lot better. So that's just one of the examples where the team takes everything seriously. If there is a comment or a concern or a question, they're like happy to help, and they want to take it seriously because they want to give you the best customer service possible that they can. So we seem to have regained our live video, because I think you guys had audio but no video. We're back on. So welcome back, and so sorry for that, technical interruption. So we have the Gucci Diana, and this is the bamboo hobo in black. And the history behind the bamboo handles is actually like a fun fashion fact. That Gucci introduced the bamboo handles and the bamboo detailing in 1947. And it wasn't because they were trying to be edgy, it was out of necessity because leather was rationed in post war Italy. So they're like, well, we need another material. What can we do? And they discovered that bamboo worked great with their pieces. So it is one of their heritage, moments in history that have given us a distinctive silhouette. So we have this gorgeous hobo for $5.99. $5.99. Mind you, all of our bags, we kind of stuff them with like paper and bubble wrap to make sure that they can keep their shape and, just for the integrity of the materials. So if you take out all the stuffing, this bag would lay a lot flatter. But if you carry your stuff full, like I do, this is more of the silhouette it would have. And just depending on what you have in there or how wide you have it open, it would change the look of this bag. So the top kind of like folds over itself too, so it's kind of neat. So like you can open it and use it, and then you can also fold it to carry it in a kind of more secure manner. So we have this one for $5.99. Next up, we have another black one. Ooh, this one is massive. So let me take a moment. I normally do see a lot of Prada Saffiano totes, but they're not this size. And it's kind of hard to show. Yeah, can I show that? So a lot of the more common ones is like this blue one, and you can see that size difference. So this is fun commute bag. This is a fun office bag in a way. So you can see the size difference. This is my phone, and it's a Pro. So you can see like how wide, how like long or wide it is. Speaking of measurements, if you ever have a question on the measurement, we have all the measurements of the bags on the website just to make sure that you can, see if your laptop fits or if your phone fits. Because to be fair, we do have some purses that would not fit my phone. Like we recently got a couple Chloe's like this one, and we had the discussion, would that fit my phone? We found out it would fit a normal Pro, but not a Pro Max. So measurements can be very important. So all of that is listed on our website for your, review. If you have a bag that you normally carry and you're wondering how it would compare to the bag you're thinking of buying, let us know. If we have the other bag in stock, we can film them side by side so that you can see a comparison. So this is the Prada Saffiano Luxe double zip large tote in black. This does have gold tone hardware, and it does have that Saffiano leather. I don't know if you can hear that, but Saffiano leather is known as one of the biggest contributions that Prada made for, fashion history. So it is cross-hatched and wax coated, scratch resistant, water resistant. So the Saffiano leather was actually patented by Mario Prada in 1913. And the cross-hatching technique, it creates that distinctive texture and that resilience, and it's one of the more durable leathers in the luxury leathers ever developed. So Prada has been making Saffiano bags for over 100 years, and they still look good. They're not outdated. They're very, very practical. And I'm pretty sure this could probably easily fit most laptops and definitely all the iPads. So we have this gorgeous beauty for $5.49. $5.49. I actually think you could probably fit notebooks in here too. Like, yeah, $5.49. Okay. Now, if you were thinking, well, I love the Saffiano tote, but it's a little too structured. I prefer something a little bit more hobo-y. This is the best of both worlds. And sadly, our video has gone out again. I'm so sorry. Sometimes, technology doesn't like us very much, and we try to make do as best as possible. I feel like technology is always against us sometimes. Maybe it's just because I don't understand it, but eh. Maybe it develops too fast to understand. Anyway, that's what I'm telling myself. So this one is the Prada Reed nylon and Saffiano leather large tote and shoulder bag in black. So the Reed nylon, which is the nylon in front, has a very, very special meaning. Now, why is it so special? One of the reasons is that Prada made a sustainability commitment. So the nylon is actually recycled nylon that goes through a very special process in order to, reuse materials. And they've made a commitment so that the re-nylon will not be different than the virgin nylon that they used to use. So or that they still use, but with this line specifically, um, they launched it in 2019, the Renylon project, so that they could commit to converting all of the products and regeneration and reuse the nylon and help purify, recycle, all of those wonderful sustainability commitments, and also using plastic from the ocean, etc., etc. So this bag has all of that well-intentioned meaning behind it. It also has the Saffiano leather on the sides, which give it an extra boost of originality. So it has the nylon material and then the Saffiano leather on the sides and the Saffiano leather on the handles as well. And we have this gorgeous nylon for $5.99. And this one also has the double zipper. So one second. So it has the double zipper on top, but it is more of a like hobo-y style because the nylon has texture, but it doesn't have as much, structured support. So the Saffiano leather adds to that, structure, but the middle part with the nylon is more hobo-y style. So it is lighter weight than equivalent totes, so that is a plus, and we have it for $5.99. Now it does have these cute little designs here. I'm not sure if you can see it well. So the hardware is kind of, I don't want to say more uniquely, but it does have a distinctive feel. And then your gorgeous Prada logo up front. Next up, we have a small but valuable. That's probably not the best way to show that. Let's go here. Okay. So this one is very pre-loved, and it is the zippy wallet in the black or noir multicolor with the vachetta interior. Vachetta? The leather interior. So it has this gorgeous, gorgeous leather interior. So it looks like the beige leather. The original little booklet as well. And it's the zippy wallet. So if you ever fear your wallet, drop coins out or drop things out, this is a very safe option. It has the Murakami multicolor, and we have it for $3.99. $3.99 for the Murakami zippy wallet in black. Next up, we have Fendi. Ooh, this is nice. So this is the Fendi. Let me arrange it better. This is the Fendi Zuka backpack. So one of the reasons I say this is nice is because the Fendi canvas is just canvas. So it is very, very lightweight. Now, I think this is one that I kind of have to like take all the materials out. Sorry guys. So it is a drawstring backpack, and I'm just going to toss these over, mostly because I don't want to clean them. Okay, so just to give you an idea of how gorgeous this bag is, it has the drawstring portion, also has the interior strap, which we're just going to stuff back in. So it has the drawstrings, so it makes it easy to open and close. And the drawstrings are not raw. It has the rivets, so it makes it easier for the drawstrings to move easily. And it has the buckles, the Fendi buckles for your strap to be adjustable. But check this out. It compresses so well. So because it is fabric, it kind of fits whatever it is that you need. And it's very lightweight. I know a lot of people, especially as we get older, we stop liking super heavy things. Like my mom hates anything heavy. It can be super gorgeous, super expensive. If I give it to her and it's heavy, she's like, I don't want to carry it. And I'm like, why, mom? It's so nice. It's too heavy. It's too heavy. So if that's ever a concern for you or one of your loved ones, you can consider something like this. Because the canvas makes it so lightweight, it is portable, it's adjustable, and you only need to carry the weight you put in it, for lack of a better word. So we have this gorgeous Fendi Zuka backpack for $4.99. $4.99. And the backpacks became very popular in early 2010. And it was thanks to Fendi because their backpack designs were all over fashion weeks. And the industry embraced more of the blurring of the casual wear and the luxury. So you could have luxurious casual wear. So we have it for $4.99, and it is a great size. It is very practical, and it is adjustable on the strap. So $4.99 for this Fendi Zuka backpack. Next up, we have the Celine Macadam. I say that wrong all the time. Shoulder bag in brown, and we have this one for $4.49. Now this gorgeous pattern from Celine is the version of the logo canvas, so you kind of like, it's very distinctive as well. Has beautiful subtle interlocking the CC designs, but you kind of have to look closely to like look at it. It's more understated, Celine elegance, etc., etc. So the pattern was created in 1970s, and after Phoebe came in with like the minimalistic revolution, which gorgeous bags, but it kind of, edged out this pattern. But today, vintage macrame pieces are incredibly collectible because they represent a different chapter in the luxury house's history. So if this is something you would like to own, we have it for $4.49. The strap is adjustable so that you get more options when carrying this gorgeous piece. It does have a back pocket, as you can see. Let's take a look at that bottom. And then we also have the flap opening. So, and the pattern follows throughout. So $4.49. We have this gorgeous Fendi Celiera buckle shoulder bag and the brown stitched leather. So you can see the intentional stitching on this bag. And it's known that the Celiera is allegedly the most artisanal line from Fendi because it is hand stitched by Roman craftsmen using techniques passed down through generations. So the visible saddle stitch is not decorative; it's actually structural. So it's kind of like the stitching on fine saddles. So it has like the equestrian craftsmanship translated into luxury. And the Fendi Celiera line was allegedly created to honor Rome's ancient leather working traditions, the same traditions that produced the saddles for the ancient Roman cavalry. So each Saliera piece has, hand stitching, and it's collectible, and it requires a very specialized skill by the craftsmen who do it. And this bag, this gorgeous Fendi, we have for $4.49. $4.49. Okay. Next up, we have the Chloe Marcy. And this is the large Marcy and the brown calf leather. So Marcy is iconic for, the handles, the gorgeous leather that ages beautifully, and it kind of gives you a bohemian vibe. Pardon me, the flap does do an exterior pocket, and then the top is actually zippered so that you can, carry your valuables with confidence. So it is free spirit, feminine, bohemian, and Marcy. Apparently, rumor has it that Chloe's designer always named the bags after fictional women they imagine the ideal owner would be, right? So Marcy is supposed to be free spirited, feminine, and knows who she is. So we have this gorgeous bag for $5.49. Next up, we have another Prada. But this is the Prada Vitellozano Motor Tote in beige. So the Vitellozano is one of Prada's most beloved leather types because it falls between soft and like very buttery texture. So smooth leather and suede kind of thing. So this is a softer texture, as you can see. It is more squishable versus the Saffiano from Prada. And the zipper is just right on top. So it's nice and easy to access. It does have two exterior pockets. So it has the front exterior pocket. It also has the back exterior pocket. And the strap is removable and adjustable. We have this gorgeous bag for $7.49. $7.49. Let's take a look at that bottom. $7.49. Next up, we have a bit of a fashion history bag, more recent fashion. One moment, please. Okay, so this is the Splamati Star laser cut roll tote bag, and we have it for $5.49. Now, one of the cool things is the Splamati leather is Fendi's coated leather, so it's smooth and slightly glossy. However, do you see how it goes from like dark to light? That is because of the laser cutting, and it's the precision engineering meets Italian craftsmanship. So laser cutting became popular in 2010s, and for the first time, designers could create very detailed designs that previously you couldn't really do on leather. And the like mathematical precision of the lasers allowed for different shapes and styles. And this one has star designs. So these are all little stars. So I'm not sure if you can see that on the live, but it has all these little stars cut into the leather. And then the bottom is more of the gold. So you have the two-toned. So Fendi is known for kind of leading the revolution and being one of the first luxury houses to embrace the laser cutting technique. And we have this bag for $5.49. $5.49. Next up, we have a Gucci. This is the Gucci GG Supreme Large Joy Tote, and this is in brown apricot leather. So there's many shades of brown, and this brown is more, it's like brown, beige, pink apricot color. So you can take a look at that. And the Joy Tote is one of Gucci's most functional and wearable pieces. So the tote is very, very popular, and the leather handles and the leather trim help it so that it holds its shape, and it also ages beautifully. You have a D-ring on the side for, items, and we have it for $3.79. $3.79 for this gorgeous Joy Tote. All right. Moving on, we're moving to another Gucci, but this one is the canvas tote in browns, and it's the The Gucci canvas, the GG canvas is one of the most recognizable materials nowadays from the fashion house, and it's brown, sophisticated, timeless. It does have, you know, that special sheen that you can see in person, along with, you know, the little details that are, you know, unexplicably Gucci. So we have this for $4.99. $4.99. Okay, let's take a look at that bottom and your sides. $4.99. Now we're going to a Fendi. Look how gorgeous this is. As you can see, it can hold a structural shape. And this is the zucchini butuelo, and this is the shoulder bag in brown. So the zucchini print is Fendi's smaller FF logo, and it's on a warm tan palette. It has a very beautiful vintage quality to this. Now the butuelo shape is the structured kind of round trunk silhouette, and it's one of the most elegant bags, allegedly, from the Italian fashion history. So the Butuelo shape was directly inspired by the small travel trunks of the early 20th century, and wealthy Italians would pack their most precious belongings in miniature trunks. So Fendi is translating that to a shoulder bag. So we have this gorgeous bag for $5.99. It does have the zipper pull with the Fendi logo here, as well as an exterior pocket. All right, going back to Louis Vuitton. So, do you recognize this bag? I always fear that question with Louis Vuitton because they have so many gorgeous styles. I'm like, I'm not sure if I would out in the streets. I recognize that it's Louis, but the actual name is for those people who truly like it. All right, this is the Tutilleries. Tulieres. Tulieris. This is in monogram. So, mind you, I know I'm probably butchering the name, but it is named after the gardens in Paris, which it's outside the famous museum, and it's an iconic like Paris location, and it's actually the site of the first public balloon flight history in 1783. So it's named after that. So this is the Louis Vuitton Tutilleries, and we have it for $1,249. Now, one of the cool things of this bag is that the straps are adjustable. So there is the buckles on both sides so that you can adjust how much of a shoulder drop you want. So I have this gorgeous bag, and it does have the zipper on top so that you can keep all of your beautiful things that you might own in private. And the zipper, okay, so the zipper does open both ways. So, I mean, you can choose if you do it all to one side or all to the other. But because it does open in both directions, some people like to carry it in the middle so that it's easier access. So we have it for $1,249. That is $1,249. Ooh, beauty, beauty, beauty. So let's give this a twirl. This is the Louis Vuitton Simple Seed in monogram with the ivory leather. Now, something to note with this bag, it is $1,349, but this bag has a little bit more of engineering. You have the adjustable chain strap, but then at the very top of the strap, you do have this leather piece to make it more comfortable when you choose to carry it as a shoulder carry, right? So that the chain doesn't dig into your shoulder if that is a sensitive area for you. And we have it for $1,349. And this is the ivory leather with the traditional monogram. Next up, we have a box, but they pulled out the item ahead of. I still want to open the box. Okay, didn't disappoint. There's the thingamabob, and a dust bag as well for this gorgeous little bag. Okay, now going to the bag. All right, so this one is the Petite Sac Plot in monogram. So as you can see, it's a tiny, gorgeous bag, and it's apparently translated into little flat bag. So it does have the removable straps so that you can choose. For some people, this might be a shoulder strap or a crossbody strap, and you can choose how to carry it. I'm going to put the strap over there, and to show you how cute this is, nice and small and gorgeously petite. It's one of Louis Vuitton's most architectural and most editorial pieces. So the sac plat silhouette was one of Louis Vuitton's original trunk shapes. It was a flat case for storing papers and documents, and then Nicolas reimagined it as a mini shoulder bag, making fashion history out of what was once functional luggage. So this is the petite version. So I don't think you should carry documents with this one. However, it does have all the history and that gorgeous silhouette, as you can see on the side and the front. Let's take a look at that bottom. Then we can take a look at the handles as well. I'm going to leave that there for your viewing pleasure for just tact. Talking so much is so heavy. Okay, so let's give it a quick twirl. Okay, and we shall return it to the team. We have another Louis Vuitton, and this is the gorgeous Berry in MM. This is it MM? PM, pardon me, this is PM. This is petite model. So this is Berry and PM size and monogram, and we have it for $8.99. And it's the gorgeously structured small shoulder bag. It does have that gorgeous monogram, the gold hardware, and it just looks absolutely gorgeous for any occasion. We have it for $8.99. The hardware does have the engraved Louis Vuitton. Okay, so $8.99. Next up, we have the Speedy and 40 in monogram for $6.99. This is the large version of the Speedy. Pardon me. Sorry about that. And this is the large version of the most iconic bag Louis Vuitton has ever made. And the Speedy was introduced in 1930 as a smaller version of the Keepall travel bag. So if you're looking for Speedy 40, we have it for $6.99. $6.99. Now, to give you an idea, this is the Speedy 30, Speedy 40. You can see the size difference. And for those of you who may not know, the bags are actually named after the length in centimeters. So this is 30 centimeters in length. And this is the Demure Ebene, which is the checkered pattern, which was introduced in 1988. And it was 8 years before the famous Louis Vuitton monogram pattern. So this is the original pattern that people have loved since it came out. And we have it for $7.99, the Speedy 30 in Demure Ebene. Now, a cool part is that Louis Vuitton does do different bags. So this is the Speedy 30 in Demure Ebene, and this is the Speedy 30 in Orange Epi. So just to give you a comparison. So the cool thing about this Orange Epi, other than the fact that it's bright orange, is also our final bag for the night. And we're closing with a bag full of energy and color. And the Epi leather is one of Louis Vuitton's most beautiful leather and underappreciated materials. It has that textured grain pattern. Epi leather was introduced in 1985, and it comes from the French word wheatstock. So that is where you get that pattern from. And this gorgeous, gorgeous Louis Vuitton is done in the orange epi leather. Fun fact, this one has an exterior pocket on the side. So as you can see, an exterior pocket on the side, and we have it as our grand finale for $7.99. $7.99. This is a gorgeous bag. Okay, so we got through all of that. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and looking at the gorgeous beauty our team has collected. If there's a bag you like tonight, just make sure you go on the website and check it out as soon as possible, because we don't really have backups. If we find, most of these are one of a kind, where the wear, the history, all of that, like the date codes, even when they were made, are very specific. So if you find your beauty tonight, make sure to check out. Our payments are through PayPal. Our shipping is done through FedEx, and it's 2 to 5 business days. All of our bags are 100% authenticated, and we stand behind what we say. So if you found something, or if you have any questions, contact us. We would love to get in touch with you. Let me see. So thank you for March Madness. The coupon code is MM2026. So that's MM2026. Like always, thank you so much for being here, and we hope to see you next week or hear from you sooner. Bye.